And we're back. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Crazy Cube Dude, here for part 10 of Bioshock. And little full disclosure here, I've actually lost the commentary for part 10 here, unfortunately, in the recording process. I just lost the commentary, so I'm gonna do my best here in post. So luckily she is helping us out.
Come on up to my office. I'm letting you in now.
Yes, she is more than willing to help us out, as we were hoping for. But that is a new tonic I'm picking up. Yeah, it's fancy stuff. One fewer alarm and one fewer overload. I think, yeah, I'm comparing it to that one, and I'm deciding to put that away in the safe, I think. Or in the gene bank.
Put the green back in this forest.
You've got just the thing, she says. Unfortunately, in post, this is rather interesting. I'll let you listen to this.
Even my back issues of National Geographic. They're feathering their disgusting little shrines with it, I suppose. Sick bastards.
I think I actually go through a lot of audio logs here. This one we've actually already heard, and it was really weird at the time. I don't know how it happened or what happened, but yeah. So I'm gonna. Well, I don't really have a whole lot to say, to be honest with you. I have cut out I've done the actual editing of the gameplay already, so I can just make my life really easy here in post. But there was that one, and we're about to listen to another one, so I'll shut up for that.
You can't teach an old hound new tricks. This batty plant woman
Don't worry about the time limit, by the way. That really doesn't mean anything.
To scare out the Japs, and now here I am, down at the bottom of the Atlantic, trying to figure out how to do the same thing in reverse. Adam. It's bathtub gin times the atom bomb.
Picked up
times
napalm.
Eve with a serpent. Let's go see what it can do.
I don't know if I picked up napalm so far, but napalm is not one of the you invent items, obviously. Oh, here's a fun scene for you.
We made a business deal, you and I, did we not? Money changed hands. Let me read to you from the agreement. Section 3, subsection 4.
Mr.
Ryan Industries maintains exclusive rights to the creation, use, and exploitation of the Lazarus Vector. Ownership of civilization.
Yeah, he GLaDOSes your ass. I don't know if that's neurotoxin, but it's certainly deadly. And yeah, he's messed up enough to kill her, like, immediately. But in her dying breath, she writes down the code for us, writes down some numbers. I think I tried to take a picture of her for research, but obviously she isn't something you can take a picture of. I've taken care of both of the little sisters in the level already. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember previously what we're doing. I just vaguely know what we're doing in this area.
But I never brought one back from the grave before. I did, Becky. Mama's gonna build her first damn Frankentree. I'm gonna call my little
I had to double check what the password was.
Maybe it'll bring the old gal's career back from the dead as well.
Picked up the formula, a market key, and some money.
If the only ones around to appreciate it are a bunch of spliced up morons. I've cracked the vector, or at least I'm 99% certain I have. I just need a bud of Rosa Gallica to confirm my analysis.
And we finally pick up the chemical thrower. That's what all the liquid nitrogen, napalm, and electric gel was for.
Honeybee spit.
You have a multi-part goal. Yeah, one of the only times, really, it's honestly very rare that you have a, well, you do in this level, you do in the next level, in the next main level, anyway, I should say. It subtly appears, I guess. But it's not, you know, it doesn't play a huge part in the game as much as you think. And really, you'll just end up doing everything just by exploring the entire map for the most part. And obviously, as I've been demonstrating, that's what you want to do, because that's how you'll end up finding stuff. Oh, and subject research is complete on these guys. I think they are the Thuggish Splicers. So yeah, research is complete on the Thuggish Splicers. I try and switch to napalm there, just to try out our new chemical thrower and conserve ammo on everything else, basically. I'm being visited by a cat here at post. Cat needs to go away, even though he is very cute. I am being shot at by a turret, and that is not pleasant. Something I haven't been doing is actually taking pictures of the cameras and turrets and whatnot. I've just been mainly destroying them, and once I get to back to recording, I'm actually going to start. I'm having issues at the moment, but I'm gonna start taking pictures of those, just because, as you've seen, everything that you take pictures of, you get tonics and you know, similar upgrades for, such as the natural camouflage that I'm abusing right now. Well, trying to abuse until this splicer decides he wants to nudge me and make me visible, like a dick. And I wouldn't turn back invisible for some reason, and he gets a kill on me. Oh, I'm the shithead. Yeah, fuck you. We keep hearing about this Fontaine fellow. Apparently he took down Ryan. Everyone was scared of him. Peachy was scared of him. We keep hearing about him. Him and Ryan at odds with each other. Kind of makes you think, doesn't it? But that's what all the lore here is really for. All the data logs or I say data logs, but you know what I mean. Call them what you will. They're all the same thing, whether in text or audio or video form, depending on the game that you're playing. But that chlorophyll, I think it's chlorophyll. That is one of the things I've been picking up even before I got here, because I've been searching all around, all over the place, and I hear a Big Daddy. And I think this is actually where I go on my hunt to hypnotize him, to get the hypnotized Big Daddy, which I honestly should not have done in hindsight, and I think I realized that in the video. But I wanted to use that certain strategy because I knew what was coming near the end of this whole segment, when the actual I might be getting way ahead of myself here. But when the actual Lazarus making is in effect, you get swarms of enemies, and a Big Daddy would be really helpful there. But it doesn't work out the way I hope, or the way I think it will. I think is what ends up happening. And I'm deciding, I'm waiting to see if he grabs a girl, but I don't think he does, so I just end up taking his picture. And I noticed that there was a Vita chamber there, so, oh, Photographer Side 2, yes. Oh, this gives you a 15%, I believe the first one is only a 5 or a 10, but this one will give you a 15% bonus, as you'll see here. So, again, you'll get weird stuff like that you would never expect to get by researching certain things. So just research absolutely everything, even if it's not in your playstyle to hack it or do anything. Research it anyway, because you'll never know what you're gonna get. Especially the little girls. Research those as much as possible, because, you know, health and Eve upgrades. And okay, this hack in particular takes me, oh, excuse me. It takes me not one, not two. I leave in all my attempts here, but I cut out my actual attempts. That's me realizing I'm absolutely screwed. I keep jumping before I hack for some reason. Not three. Number 3. Let's see how far this goes. And I was immediately screwed. And I'm just like face palming so badly right now. Number 4. And I was screwed again. Number 5? Nope. Same thing happened. Literally the same thing. I'm literally at my wit's end at this point. Number 6. And I couldn't swap the pieces fast enough. Number 7? Maybe this one will be the one. The suspense is killing you, I'm sure. Yes, this is the successful attempt. Otherwise, I would have cut it out like the others. But yeah, it took me 7 freaking attempts to hack this thing, and that's with my hacking upgrades. It was ridiculous. Yeah, little 7 there. I did a whole lot of nothing for a second. That's why there was the cut there, and I don't know what that was about, really. I really don't. Bought a crap ton of first aid because I had the money to do it. But I noticed that there was the Vita Chamber there, so I could have just cheesed the Big Daddy if he was going to get a girl, but he wasn't going to get a girl, and I did not care about, I didn't care about taking him down otherwise. Sorry, I'm yawning in the middle here. It's 2 a.m. when I'm recording this, but I've put this off for way too long. I've just wanted to get it done and over with, so I can continue uploading and editing Bioshock, and I can continue, or I can get a move on with Doom Eternal, because I just started that on the channel. And then after that, I've got a really fun game, a new game that, just a new type of game that we have not seen on my channel before. Not too many people even do playthroughs of that game, to be honest with you, or that series, but some people do. And I like it. I'm going to keep the series ambiguous, but I like it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll talk more about that later. I try to leave for some reason, and I also try and get up there. Alive or dead? No, seriously, how do you mean that? Alive or dead? But yeah, I do apologize. I just want to try and keep as many yawns out of the recording as humanly possible. So if I go silent for a second for seemingly no reason, that may be why. I am silently yawning to myself. Of course, now that I've said that, if it'll be slightly obvious when I am yawning, and that might trigger the yawn response in your brain anyway, so I apologize either way. Not exactly sure I think I'm just wandering around. I don't. I think I was a little lost in the recording at this point too. Yeah, because I'm looking at the map a lot and trying to figure out what areas I haven't been to yet. But we do come back here, obviously. So our goal is to, as Atlas said, is to get to the farmer's market, and that's where we're gonna find the rest of the stuff that we need. And an asshole decided to visit. Can we get your picture? Sweet. What did it give us? Ooh, double extra damage on the Houdini splicers. I had to wait for him to use his ability before I figured out what he was. I couldn't find him for some reason. I think I just end up giving up. Oh, but there was some stuff here that I apparently missed.
The augmentation procedure is a success. The slugs alone could not provide enough Adam for serious work, but combined with the host, now we have something. The slug is embedded in the lining of the host's stomach, and after the host feeds, we induce regurgitation. And then we have 20, 30 times yield of usable Adam. The problem now is the shortage of hosts. Fontaine says patience, Tannenbaum. Soon, the first home for little sisters will open, and that problem will be solved.
Yeah, definitely a big history, a history mark for you there. The big lore explainer for sure. I'm just gonna let that be what it is, cause, well, okay. I'm not the best to answer lore and story questions. We got easier to predict Houdini Slicer's teleportation destinations. I don't know how that works, to be honest with you. But whatever. A bonus is a bonus. But basically what's happening, and what you learn through data logs like that is, the relationship, of course, as I said, was if I haven't said this yet, the relationship is symbiotic in the parasitic sense, the most absolute parasitic sense possible. Honestly, they might have said that, the game might have said that itself. But as I said, it attaches to the stomach lining and fuses with the host and whatnot. And that's what all the little girls are implanted with, and that's how they harvest the Atom. And they, of course, make Rapture run. Rapture runs on Atom. That is the loosest, like, basic explanation I can give. As I've said many times, don't worry about spending your money when you need to, like when I bought those 6 health packs all at once, because if you do your job and keep exploring, you'll always be finding money, always be killing more enemies, always be gaining more money. But then, of course, you use that money to buy resources that you spent by killing those enemies to get the money, so it's all a vicious cycle of gameplay. Well, I say vicious in concept alone. It is a good, you know, it's a good gameplay loop. It's what drives half the game, other than the uniqueness of well, quote unquote uniqueness of the weapons and the powers. That later, honestly, this isn't the first game to do it, but it was one of the really good ones to do it. Without Bioshock and games like that, the Elder Scrolls series might not have evolved into what it did. Always fun choosing what weapon you want to use.
I'm smarter than you.
You're smarter than me, okay.
I'm covered in this filth. Disgusting.
Honestly, all the flavor voice acting that they gave all of these splicers, even though we do hear a lot of repeats, are really, really interesting. Like, how many people, I admit probably a handful of people doing just different voices altogether, but even so, that's just a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot of sitting in the booth just saying weird, random shit for a long time. So, and also it's trying to sound deranged while you do it. It sounds easy and it sounds fun, and while it can be fun, it's not as easy as you think. A standard person probably get bored after about 20 or 30 minutes, and these people have to do it for 4+ hour sessions at a time. The voice acting world, even for small bit parts like this, is it's always work. The entertainment industry itself, no matter what you're doing, is work. For sure. Ask any actor, like, standing in front of a camera or on stage, I speak from experience. Obviously, if you haven't seen any of my vlogs. I'm going way off topic here, but I honestly don't have a whole lot to say about what's currently happening on screen. I'm just checking things around just to make sure I'm not missing anything before I head into the farmer's market. But in theater, I can tell you that, you know, after rehearsals and even the night of performance, you go home and you're pretty exhausted. And I can only imagine what it's like for actors in Broadway, either cinema or Broadway, that you know, they do it for the, you know, they're on set even in their trailers overnight, even for days or weeks at a time, and they're not always on. They're not even always on camera. Obviously, like they do their scenes, and it might take a few hours to do them, or it might take several hours to do them. And while you're for maybe 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes of every hour, you're actually filming, and the rest of the time you may be sitting in that pool that of whatever water scene you're filming for about 40 minutes in your very uncomfortable costume, doing jack and shit. Just counting the sheep in your head or playing Frogger in your head, whatever you're doing. That's why there's so many bloopers. The actors try and have as much fun as they can on set. While they do have fun making the movie, and ideally, you know, they have fun. Thank you, cats. They have fun making the movies and whatnot. They like to mess around because it's still work and it's still exhausting, and they need to have some, you know, just mental stress relief every now and again. So they laugh it up. They joke sometimes. We got some hacking here. Of course, I cut it out, but that was a failed attempt. And there we go. Attempt number 2 successful. Going off topic as much as I did, kind of reminds me of Brain Scratch commentaries. If you haven't checked out those guys. Oh, but I guess this is actually the area on the map that I've missed and that I was desperately searching for, even though we come back here later anyway. I guess I just really didn't want to miss it, but going off topic is exactly what Brain Scratch does. Like, during the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom commentary that they did, which they do all in post as well, just like this, which is probably why they go off topic so much. But there's 4 of them, usually at least 3 bouncing off of each other at all times. So that's how they're able to keep the conversation going and going and going into many different subjects, often which end up being hilarious. But they are rather informative on so many games, not just the ones that they're playing. They're just guys. They've been gamers for as long as they can remember, just like a lot of us, and they just have a lot of gaming experience, and they talk about a lot of different series. So yeah, they're informative and just fun to listen to, and they joke a lot, but not like the YouTube joking that a lot of us that a lot of us have come to know in the past half decade. You guys know what I'm talking about, or even past half decade plus. Power to the People station right there before we leave this place. Oh, subject research complete. I already got him. He's the Thuggish Splicer. We've already finished him. But yeah, you know the YouTube humor, like, do it for the content, and, just being silly and stupid and whatever. But not saying that there's not a place for that. You like whatever you like, and if it's honest enough, work, it's honest enough work. Because I can tell you, streaming and recording like that, for as long as those guys do themselves, is again very exhausting, and it can be just as much work as anything. Again, looping back to that part of the conversation, I'm having some trouble with this Houdini splicer for some reason. Like, a lot of trouble. I think I'm trying to get her picture and it's just not working, so I think I finally just lay waste to her and kill her. Yeah, I do. But yeah, they just make conversation jokes, like, if that makes sense. Just normal jokes that we would just make in conversation. But it's usually it's gaming related, so, it works for what they're doing. But enough about other YouTube channels that are a million times more popular than me. We hacked that safe, and I believe... Oh, well, we're about to head out of here, but not before I grab that Power to the People station. What do I get in the Power to the People station, though? I don't remember. Machine gun upgrade? That's probably what I grabbed, to be honest with you. That's what I'm betting on.
I could blame the Germans, but in truth, I did not find tormentors in the prison camp, but kindred spirits. These children I brutalized have awoken something inside that for most is beautiful and natural, but in me is an abomination. My maternal instinct.
Oh yeah, so more Tannenbaum lore. Just biology starts messing with her, and she starts caring for the girls, I think. So I think I take a look at the weapons I have, and I decide from there. So we do have both machine gun upgrades I could grab. Shotgun damage increased. Oh, I think I end up grabbing that, actually. I know I don't grab anything for the chemical thrower yet. Yeah, I don't grab anything for the chemical thrower yet. It's either for the shotgun or the machine gun. I'm pretty sure it's the shotgun. Or do I get the machine gun or kickback reduction? Do I? I think it'd be really helpful. Come on, past me. Do it. No? Maybe? Or do I do the damage increase? I honestly don't know. I do the damage increase. I don't do the kickback reduction yet. Interesting. I think I almost wish I did, but who knows. Let's hack this thing. Sweet. I think I just hacked this just so that it's hacked. What do I buy? Do I buy any ammo? Oh, I buy some film, definitely. Because until I'm done researching, I always want film. Buy some buckshot. And as we've seen, the wallet limit right now is 500. I believe that upgrades to either 600 or 700 by later in the game. I don't think it ever gets to 1,000. I don't believe it ever gets to 1,000. No, it wouldn't, because there's not a fourth number slot there. But it is time for us to head out of Arcadia into the farmer's market. And that is going to do it for this part. Yeah, that's going to do it for this part. That was really interesting, doing post-commentary. I wouldn't be opposed to doing it again if I had to, or just doing it period for something. But it's not something I'm going to often be doing, unless I, again, have someone with me to bounce off of, because that's a lot easier. Playing the game and talking to yourself is one thing, but talking over footage that you've done yourself isn't the easiest thing in the world, unless, again, you have people to bounce off of. But with that being said, thank y'all for watching, and I hope you'll join me for the next part of Doom, or not Doom. Hope you join me for the next part of Bioshock, where we head into the farmer's market and hopefully get all, well, we'll be getting all the ingredients we need for the Lazarus. Spoilers. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.